Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really getting into something fascinating.
We are. It's about how your brain perceives reality.
And not just perceives, but maybe even creates it, in a way.
Exactly. The core idea really is that everything boils down to energy.
And you, the listener, you're directing this energy, often without even realizing it.
That's the astonishing part. Think about it. Right now, millions of signals are hitting your senses.
Yeah, like the pressure of your clothes or that hum from the fridge you weren't noticing.
Right, until I mention it. Your brain filters almost everything out. It has to, so you can focus.
It's a survival thing, keeps you sane.
Definitely. But there's a catch, isn't there?
There's always a catch.
The same filtering, well, it can keep you stuck, like driving with the parking brake slightly on.
You got the energy, the full tank of gas, but something's holding you back.
Precisely. So this deep dive isn't about finding more energy.
It's about using what you already have, just smarter, more consciously.
Exactly. Understanding the neurological processes, the brain settings, so you can shift from being reactive to more intentional.
Okay, let's unpack that. This matrix of perception, these hidden patterns.
Right. So that brain filter we mentioned, it's not just a passive screen.
It's more like a spotlight, highlighting some things, leaving others dark.
A dynamic spotlight, yeah. Think about the classic cocktail party effect.
Oh, right, where you can tune into one conversation in a super noisy room.
Mm-hmm. Or how you instantly hear your name, even if it's spoken quietly across the room.
That information, the sound waves, they were always there.
Always there. Your brain just decided, okay, that's important now, amplify it.
But this selection process, it isn't neutral, is it?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's heavily colored by your beliefs, your past experiences, even what you expect to happen.
So your brain is constantly making predictions, building a model of reality.
It is. It's generating this predictive model. That's why, optical illusions work even when you know the trick.
Or why thinking something will be awful often makes it feel, well, awful.
Right. Your brain is crafting this sort of illusion of personal reality, one that fits its internal story.
Okay, but here's the hopeful part, right?
Mm-hmm.
We can train this.
Absolutely. This is where it gets really powerful. You can consciously train your brain to widen or shift that spotlight.
Like athletes, training to see tiny movements.
Exactly. Or musicians hearing subtle notes, or poker players reading micro expressions.
So the brain physically changes, builds pathways for what you focus on.
That's neuroplasticity in action. Your brain literally gets better at noticing what you tell it is important. You strengthen those attention networks.
Which leads to a pretty big question. If our internal filters shape our perception so much.
How does that relate to, reality itself?
Yeah. Does quantum physics fit in here somehow? I know it sounds a bit out there.
It does, but it offers a really provocative way to think about it. At the quantum level, things are weird.
Like particles being in multiple places at once. Superposition.
Right, until they're observed or measured. Now, we're not saying your thoughts magically create your car out of thin air.
Okay, good. Just checking.
No. But the principle is key. The act of observation at that fundamental level changes things. It's not passive.
It's just reality isn't quite as fixed as we assume.
It points to a certain fluidity. So let's bring it back to you.
Yeah.
When you deliberately focus your attention inward, say on the feeling of warmth in your hands.
Or that tingling sensation sometimes.
Yeah, you're not just passively noticing something that was already there in a fixed state.
I'm participating, shaping the experience by focusing on it.
In a subjective sense, yes. Your focus, like the quantum observer maybe, is influencing your internal landscape, bringing certain feelings or sensations into sharper focus for you.
That connects to how we think about energy too, doesn't it?
It really challenges the common picture. We talk about energy flowing.
Like electricity flowing through wires.
Right. But that's a simplification. It's more accurate to say energy is everywhere already.
So energy transfer isn't something moving from A to B.
It's more like a chain reaction. Changes in energy states. Think dominoes falling.
Okay. The energy isn't in the first domino traveling to the last. Each domino just changes its state, tips over.
Exactly. Releasing its potential, triggering the next one. The whole field shifts.
So the power plant example, it's not sending electrons down the wire.
It's creating a disturbance, a pressure change in an existing electromagnetic field. That disturbance propagates.
Like ripples in a pond.
Good analogy. Same with heat. It's energy spreading out, particles moving faster, seeking balance. It's not a substance moving.
And sound waves are patterns of pressure.
Changes in the air. It all suggests we're not separate little blobs interacting with an energy field.
We're part of it, interacting components within it.
Yes, we're nodes in this vast interconnected network.
Yeah, okay, that shifts things.
Yeah.
How does that relate to directing our mental state?
Profoundly. Because our minds are constantly running these internal simulations. Mental movies, if you like.
Predicting what's going to happen.
Predicting, rehearsing, expecting. And these internal movies, they aren't just thoughts. They shape our feelings, our body's responses, our actions.
Like worrying about a presentation. Your heart races even before you start.
Exactly. That internal movie is generating real physiological stress. It changes how you walk into the room, how you speak.
Which can then affect the outcome. A self-fulfilling prophecy, kind of.
Very much so. But the amazing insight is you can become the director
of these internal movies.
Yeah.
Consciously.
Yes. Mental rehearsal isn't just, positive thinking, woo-woo.
It's used by top performers, right? Athletes, musicians.
Surgeons, even. Because the brain often doesn't strongly distinguish between vivid imagination and actual experience.
So imagining success strengthens the same neural pathways as actually succeeding.
It primes them. It makes the desired state feel more familiar, more possible to the brain.
So practically, what does that mean? Catching negative movies.
Catching them, yes. And then consciously creating new ones, even slightly different ones, more supportive ones.
Doesn't have to be wildly unrealistic, just better.
Exactly. You're training your brain to consider new possibilities. This calms the nervous system. It changes your posture, your facial expression, the subtle signals you send out.
And over time, the external reality might start to align more with that new internal script.
That's often the reported experience. It's about changing your internal state first.
So, wrapping this up, our thoughts, our focus, the choices we make about where to put our attention, they're incredibly powerful.
They really are. It's about reclaiming that power, understanding you're an active participant. It's an awakening, in a sense.
To our potential to shape our experience. So, the final thought to leave everyone with.
Maybe the world out there isn't as solid, as separate, as fixed as it seems.
Our minds are constantly generating our personal reality.
Right. If you've seen the movie Inception.
Great movie.
It touches on this, doesn't it? Reality being shaped by belief, imagination, intention.
So the question is, what becomes possible for you when you truly realize you can be the director?
When you grasp that shifting your internal state can actually change your experience of the world, what reality do you choose to create?